Halo viewers, George here to talk about another interesting game that's on the 3DS that actually came out on Thursday is a little update, whatever day that was. I think it might have been the 17th. Point being, I'm talking about Attack of the Friday Monsters. What a fantastic title. I gotta say I love that. Sorry, it's Attack of the Friday Monsters, a Tokyo Tale, which is even better now. So, what is this game? It's part of Level 5's thing that they've been doing, where it's like the small collections of like little games from some of the developers there, where they just make they put like one or two people together and they make a game on their own. And I think that's a really cool idea. I'd like to see more companies do that and just allow developers just to go into a small tangent team and just sort of create something, like whatever's on their mind. But anyways, Level 5's latest thing that they've thrown at us from that bit is Attack of the Friday Monsters. And essentially what the game is there's two elements to its gameplay, and when you hear me talk about this, you'll be like, this game doesn't sound that great, but let me explain. So, the two gameplay elements that you get in this is a card game that is basically just a rock, paper, scissors format, and then you have the other bit, which takes up a bit more of the game itself, where you go around and you're trying to solve various mysteries that pertain to the overall story, figuring out where these monsters are coming from. Because no one has investigated this over the 10 years the monsters have appeared every Friday night. So, now you're probably thinking, that doesn't sound all that interesting. Well, what makes the game really interesting and a lot of fun is just the overall charm of it. Because you play as a kid that had recently transferred / moved into the town. And just it goes from there. Sorry, the little Skylander thing just looks really weird. I'm gonna have to put that somewhere where I can't see it. Okay, not getting distracted now. But the overall charm of it, because like I said, you play as this kid that just recently moves in from into town, and as a kid, as most kids would be, they're curious about this stuff that's like new to them, because like the town we're geeking from, this doesn't happen. So you're just basically figuring things out. And it's weird because it's commonplace within this universe that, everyone knows these monsters come out at Friday night. But the way that everyone, especially the adults, have talked to your character is almost like, when a child is, having fun or something like that, and the way parents interact with that child, they sort of play on with them, sort of like, yeah, those monsters, eh? Or they just sort of have fun with them in that sense. That's the way everyone really talks to you. Is almost like they're just playing along with you, and that's really fun. But at the same time, this shit's real, and monsters are gonna come around destroying things. Sort of. It doesn't really seem like they destroy anything at all, but they leave massive footprints. The other thing, the card game. So, this is the weirdest part, because it's the more so of a gameplay element really is the card game, but it feels tacked on. But it's a good card game, just it doesn't really get fully utilized as you'd think it would. So, like I said, it's basically derives from rock, paper, scissors, in which you place 5 cards down. Each of the cards represent whether it's a rock, paper, scissors element, and they also have a strength value to them as well. So, if it's a draw, then the stronger card wins out of those. That's basically what the strength is, and you want to have stronger cards, obviously, because you don't want to end up in those draws, and I'll explain how you get to those in a second. So, how do you get cards exactly? Well, around town there are these glowing orbs, which are called Glime, or something like that. It's such a fucking weird name. But they're glowing orbs, and you'll see them. They're various colors, and they're also various shapes as well. And each one represents a certain card. And once you collect, I think it's 7 of these glowing orbs, you'll get a card that pertains to those glowing orbs that you've collected. So it's a nice little thing. It's an easy way to just, you walk around, you see something like, I got that. You know, after you've completed a mission or a quest, essentially, you get a couple more from that. So, you know, you always keep getting them. And you also get doubles. And what you can do with doubles is you can either just, you know, have doubles because you like that card maybe, or you can combine them to make that card stronger, so that way it's the next level. Most cards only go up to 3 combinations, so like you can have one card that's like a 3, which is basic, and then when you can combine it, it gets a 6, and when you combine another one into that, you'll get a 9, which is its limit, and that's basically how you get the stronger cards. Like I said, the card game feels like it was an afterthought almost, because it doesn't really affect the overall plot really, other than you get more. Though the game keeps saying that if you beat people, they can give you information considering you're technically the boss of them until they've beaten you, in which you become their servant. It sounds such a weird game, doesn't it? Servants, boss, monsters, card games, mystery, kids, television. But it doesn't really play into the overall thing. And I think the biggest thing about it is a huge missed opportunity is there's no multiplayer. I would have loved just if there was like a little multiplayer thing where you can use your cards and face off with your friends. Just like, you know, a couple of things. Which is unfortunate that it doesn't include that. I almost forgot one of the main parts of the card game. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot it, because it's what makes the card game actually a little more different than just rock, paper, scissors. So, as I was saying, you place the 5 cards down. Each person plays 5 cards down. And then the game will give you a tally saying, you know, how many wins, losses, and draws there are within it. And whoever is benefiting from that standpoint. Because you don't see in the cards or anything, but you do see, like, the stats. So whoever's benefiting gets to go first. And what that person gets to do is they can switch 2 cards around. And also these little tiles flip over to show which pairings win, lose, or draw. I'll show something on the screen just to make it a little more sense. Anyway, so the person gets to switch 2 cards around from what they've seen. And then the next player gets to go, and they get to see another pairing of which would win. And then they have to factor in which 2 cards they want to switch around from all the stuff. And then everything gets flipped over, and, you know, whoever wins from the overall stance is the winner. It sounds confusing, but it's actually a really cool thing, and adds a little bit of strategy to just a simple rock, paper, scissors card game. I really like it. It's cool, but like I said, it feels very tacked on, and it has a missed opportunity of multiplayer. It's unfortunate. But where this game really shines is definitely within the charm and the story, and just start figuring out why monsters are here, and why no one's bothered to investigate over the 10 years, and why, you know, television studios just taking advantage of it, essentially. With that all said, though, definitely pick it up. It's like $8 on the Nintendo's eShop. It is for the 3DS, I don't know if I mentioned that. But it's for the 3DS, it's $8, and it's a lot of fun. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to add. Nope, that's it. So, until next time, keep on playing with your cards. Because you want to keep the heart in the cards in order to defeat the monster. Just keep on gaming, god damn it.